Today, I am going to be rating every single Captain America suit in Marvel's Avengers. These are going to be my thoughts and opinions on how Captain America looks in Marvel's Avengers, and I would like to know what you think of these suits down in the comments. And we're going to get started with Captain America's infamous, controversial default suit, his iconic suit. So, it certainly is Captain America, all right. Now, here's the thing about this suit. I understand why they made it the way that they did. He looks like a regular soldier, but with the Captain America color palette. For what it is, I think that it looks fine. But I think when you compare it to Captain America's other iconic looks, it's really safe to say that this one is the worst out of them all. And one of the comments that I've made from time to time when it comes to talking about the different suits in this game is that it is CW blank, but I really think that this is CW Captain America. Like, I feel like it's mainly because of the shoulder pads, the forearm pads. There's something about it that just has a level of cheapness to it. And again, it's not the worst thing in the world. It just doesn't really do anything to make itself stand out other than to make itself stand out, but in a bad way. I think with some of the other costumes that are also in this game, as far as their default looks go, I think they could have done better. I'm gonna give this one a 5 out of 10. Not any higher, not any lower. I think that a 5 is appropriate for this one. Brooklyn's finest, Desert Soldier, Captain America. It's fine. We'll talk about the stealth suit a little bit later. I think this is good for what it is. You can use this in the desert, and I think it looks good for what it is. But with that, I will probably give it a 6 out of 10. So this was when Steve was in outer space and they were like doing experiments on him and shit. I can't remember the story. It doesn't matter. This color I think is fine. This reminds me of, you know, the America with the red, white, and blue. And I think it looks fine. And, you know, and you can't really go wrong with super skinny, shirtless Steve Rogers. It's passable. It's like 4 out of 10. Brown hair Steve Rogers looks really weird. And this is a very shiny suit and it looks weird. This one is gonna get a 2 out of 10. First Responder. We'll talk about the actual suit design later when we get to the default look. It's all right. The neon isn't really doing it for me, but that's just kind of the purpose of it. It's supposed to stand out. I'm gonna give this one a 4 out of 10. Big time Captain America. That's actually the best way to describe it. Cryonic Current. This looks disgusting. So this is just Tron Captain America. Actually, I've changed my mind. It does look kind of cool, actually. You know what? Tron Captain America will get a 6 out of 10. This looks so gross. I really don't like it. It reminds me a little bit of Sam's Captain Falcon. His Captain Falcon suit. It just looks weird on this outfit. I think it's too white. This one I'm going to give a 4 out of 10 because I see it. I think it could work if it was just less white. Like if there were more patches of red and blue and maybe a bit of black in there, I think it could work. But as it is right now, it's like a 4 or a 3. So again, like with the other one, this is just another one of Cap's looks with the desert camo color. And I like it, again, for what it is. It's like he pressed a button on the star and his regular suit turned into a desert suit. And it looks cool for that purpose. And again, I don't hate the suit design. I need to see like the default to like it a little bit more, you know? So this one, I'm gonna give a 6 out of 10. Ooh, I like this one actually. It reminds me a lot of Red Guardian, which is probably what the purpose of this is. You know, if I was making a Captain America suit, I would probably make this. The one thing that I'm actually not too sure about here are the ears sticking out. That's like the only thing that I'm kind of iffy about. Other than that, I like the rest of the suit. It's like a combination of the leather/leather-y parts with the scaly textures. It adds a lot of layers to it. I think it looks really cool overall, actually. The more I'm looking at it, the more I like it. So this one, I'm gonna give a 7 out of 10. I actually like Clash. It reminds me of, I was gonna say like Reverse Flash, but almost in that like anti-American kind of way. It looks really cool. This is something that I feel like I would wear because of the black with the red outlines. You know what this reminds me of, actually? I was just thinking about this because I'm making a future video on this. this. If you've ever seen Arrow and you watched the Crisis on Earth X crossover, where they have an evil version of Green Arrow, that's basically what this is, and I really like it. So this one I'm also gonna give a 7 out of 10. Freedom Fighter, this is not the official stealth suit. The red streaks actually look kind of cool though. I like this suit overall, but again, it just kind of feels like it has that cheap feel to it, which we'll talk about with the official stealth suit. Ah, fuck it, I'll say it now. So the thing about this suit that kind of rubs me the wrong way, it's like screen printed on his jacket rather than it being a texture. For some reason, I've always thought that this suit looked really flat, especially with the logo, and that's primarily why. The color scheme is fine. It's passable. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. Black and white, dude, what the he looks so skinny. This looks like pre-juiced up Steve Rogers, which if that's what they're going for, sure. But I don't know, it just looks weird. But again, I feel like if anybody deserves a black and white costume, it would definitely be Steve Rogers. It looks more like just joined up in the army Captain America, and that's kind of why I like it. But I would never use this. This one, I'm going to give a 6 out of 10. Avenging Archer, wow. This actually looks really cool. I like the overall look. It's like he's just wearing a regular leather jacket, and I like that look. And then sunglasses too, I think kind of complete the look. The thing that I actually really like is that obviously this is the Hawkeye suit, right? And he has the bullseyes on the side of his shoulders right there, but his logo has a bullseye in it, but it also works as a Captain America logo. That's really clever. The shield color looks really cool too. This looks like a really cool suit. And the other thing too is I feel like this is something that even Hawkeye or something like Bucky would wear, but Steve just looks really cool in this suit actually. I don't know if this will be controversial or not, but I'm gonna give this one an 8. I really like this one a lot. Super Soldier. So this is the official stealth suit outfit. And this is one of the suits that I would wear before they added all of the MCU suits. And again, it's the Marvel's Avengers take on the stealth suit. And I do like it for what it is. The textures on the suit just look really flat. That's really the only thing that's wrong with it, is there's just something off about it. For what it is, I think it looks cool. I will give this one a 7 out of 10. This costume is not it. I do not like this. It's like they took one of the other costumes and just put the stripe in the raw, like it just looks so weird. Like I feel like if the metallic part wasn't there, it would look a little bit better. And then where they put the flag stripe, it looks so weird. And then his boots have a different shade of red from the rest of the outfit. No, nah, man, this one's getting a 3 out of 10. It's not it. I'm sorry. Ew. It's so gross. I don't like it. It looks so gross. I feel like if his skin wasn't gamma poised, it would look maybe a little bit better. And then I feel like if the highlights of the suit weren't gamma radiated, it would also look better. That's the thing that really makes it look ugly. Other than that, it just reminds me of like a Green Arrow suit. And that's kind of why I'm like, oh, it actually does look kind of cool. But then the gamma poise ruins it. I'm gonna give it a 4 because I like everything else, but the gamma poise stuff ruins it for me. Obsidian, this recolor is fine. I don't really have anything else to say about it, so it's gonna get a 5. Nothing different. It's gonna get a whatever I gave this originally, like a 4. And now he's wearing blue pants, but I guess this kind of works because, you know, that's just what he wears originally. I don't know, get into 4. I like this recolor actually. Not as much as the original outfit, but it looks cool. Just like an all black stealth suit. Actually, it's like he pressed a button and the suit just became all black. What did I give it before? 7? 7. Yeah, Night Monkey out of 10. Actually, no, if there was a shield logo on the side, yeah, Night Monkey out of 10. But it's just the Captain America stars. US Agent. This is a really good take on the US Agent outfit. It's funny because I feel like the way that the default costume for Captain America is designed could work for US Agent, and this is exactly why. It looks really good here, especially because you don't have the Star Spangled Man colors. You have black with red, and it looks really good. So I'm actually gonna give this recolor a 7 out of 10 because I like the recolor that much. This doesn't work for me either. I don't like this color. It's getting a 3 out of 10. Stealth, again, I actually like this color because it's just all black. I don't like it as much as the US Agent one, but I like it more than his default, so I'm gonna give this one a 6. Blue Justice, I like this one less than his default, and that's exclusively because they just, actually no, it is just the same top color, and then they just changed the undergarment color. 4 out of 10. Bravado, so this is just his default color, but brown, they added brown and white. I need to compare these two, hold on. Oh no, they didn't add the white was there. So they just replaced his strap colors, that's all they did. They replaced it with brown, and then his boot colors. I like it about the same. I'll give it a 5 out of 10. Arctic Commander, again, just take the stealth suit, smack the chest, and there you go. Now you're ready for the polar Arctic missions. I like it for that purpose. 7 out of 10. It's Bumblebee Captain America with his shirt off. This one is going to get a 4 out of 10. This is Army Man Captain America, but without his shirt. This one is going to get a hoorah out of 10. This is where I'm at, ladies and gentlemen. So this is the Red Guardian outfit. It looks fine. I think the red color actually works really well for this as well. The white, I don't know, I think it may be a little too much white. I'm gonna give this one a 6 out of 10, maybe a 6.5 or a 7 because it's red and I like red. Morning workout. Again, this kind of has the same problem as the stealth suit. I know that it's just a tank top, and I feel like if it was just the Avengers logo, it would be fine. But because there are other parts of the shirt, it feels like it should be either a different texture or it should be raised a little bit. But again, it just looks really flat. His cargo pants look leathery and shiny, and I just don't think that he would go to the gym with that. I'm sorry, I just don't. And again, he just looks really skinny. It's the morning workout outfit. You could at least give him a pre-pump or something, you know? I also just realized something else. So you see that he has a necklace. I'm assuming that that's a dog tag, but there's no indent on the shirt that indicates that it's a dog tag. It's just flat. This fucking game, I swear to God. 5 out of 10. Americana. This right here is exactly what the suit was missing. There's more color. It just looks better because it's more saturated. Yeah, it looks so much better here. It's like they just increased the saturation on it and it looks better. This should have been the default because I can completely ignore the fact that it does look like CW Captain America because at least it pops out. The colors look good. This one, I'm actually gonna give a 7 out of 10. This to me looks like a good interpretation of the Captain America suit for this game. And I am actually shocked that they went with the like grounded, darker, muted colors for no reason. Ew, it's gross, just like all of the other ones. I appreciate that it's all black, but the colors, it pops out too much. It's way too busy. I know what this suit is for, and I know that you had to spend money on this suit, so I'm giving it a 1 out of 10. It's disgusting. Steampunk. No, it's not really steampunk. It's only steampunk in the textures. The rest of the suit is just a regular ass suit. And I feel like I've been giving the steampunk outfits a little bit of leeway because at least with some of them, I can look at it and go, oh yeah, like at least the costume matches the steampunk aesthetic, right? This one just doesn't at all. This one I'm giving a 2 out of 10. If he was wearing this with the steampunk, it would be better. I'm just saying. So with this one, it's the Allies of Wakanda. He has the Black Panther logo on the side, a couple of different textures here, and then his shield is just normal. I feel like they could have done something with that. This one is fine. It's fine is all it is. I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 10. Glacial. I feel like this would work better if his eyes were covered and they were like goggles. But because it's not, it just looks creepy. The glacial colors aren't really doing it for me. I appreciate that they at least made the shield the glacial color too. 3 out of 10. Star Spangled. This looks so ugly, and it's just the top. This is the ugliest jacket I have ever seen, and for some reason, he just looks mega buff. This right here is actually what CW Captain America would look like. I'm gonna give this one a 3 out of 10. Okay, so this is the same costume. I feel like it's about the same. I'm not vibing with the color. I could see him wearing this in the forest. 4 out of 10. Rebirth. This is just Soldier Captain America, as he should be. Green pants, skinny body, white tank top. But it still does the thing where the dog tag looks like it is non-existent. Still weird. I don't know why they didn't fix that. They had a lot of time to fix that, and they just chose not to. 5 out of 10. It's average. Goddamn right, this is the American dream. Why is he wearing that on his wrist? That's weird. This is probably gonna get a hoorah out of 10. And I'm not crazy. The dog tags are right there. They're not missing. We found them. It's just so odd that they're not on the other suits where he's wearing a tank top. See, now this right here is CW Captain America. This is more like it. I actually don't mind this at all for what it is. And honestly, I feel like if this was his default look, people would still give it shit, but I think that it would look a little bit better than his default. And again, the colors pop out, and I think that's the main thing that was missing from his default suit. And actually thinking about it too, like First Avenger, it reminds me a little bit of how his suit looked in the first Avengers movie. Just a little bit. And maybe that's what they were going for, but I don't know. I like it though. So I'm gonna give this one a 7 out of 10. Boot camp, hoorah out of 10. Frontline, if I remember correctly, I feel like this is either a pre-order bonus or some special costume that you had to do something special to get. I can't remember. I just know that I have this suit, and I had it when the game first came out. For what it is, I really like it. Again, is heavily inspired by his first outfit, like the Frontline outfit, and just for myself personally. And I really like it for what it is. For a classic first attempt at the Captain America suit. And for that, I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. Would I use this suit? No. Am I glad that it's here as an alternate costume? Yes. It's an Ultimate reference? That makes it even better, actually. American, holy shit. Yeah, so I see what you guys mean now. They fucked up his proportions on some of the other suits. This looks more like it. Holy shit. I feel bad about myself just by looking at him. Oh my God. So the other ones were a hoorah out of 10, but this is a goddamn out of 10. He looks really good here. And I love how the dog tag has jiggle physics. Oh, I don't think the other one had jiggle physics. Yeah, the other dog tag just... Oh, that's so fucking funny. The dog tag has jiggle physics, but only on the suit that he's actually buff in. Sentinel of Liberty. So the thing that I said earlier about Dark Arrow, it just applies here. This looks really cool. I really like it. I'm gonna give this one an 8 out of 10. It looks really cool. I would use this 100%. Battlefield Warrior. Oh, it's just the same thing. It's just the different color textures. It's fine. I'll give it a 5. Ugh, the Stark tech. That's right. Tony just gave him armor to enhance his already super soldier abilities for like no reason. This looks like Overwatch Captain America. And that's pretty ironic considering that we are literally getting Overwatch Captain America very soon, and it looks better than this. He doesn't have any sort of like oh, he does have a repulsor. Never mind. That kind of changes my thoughts a little bit. It'd be really cool if they had special properties where they had repulsor blasts, and like the Captain America star had like a unibeam or something. It looks fine. I'm gonna give it a 5. Why do they keep trying to make this suit work? It's not gonna work. It looks so disgusting, and I hate it. It's getting a 1 out of 10. Ultimate Day Off. It really does suck that this is the skinny version. How did you guys fuck that up? Like, no, legitimately, how did you guys fuck this up? Somebody at Crystal Dynamics, please. I need this answer. How do you fuck that up? It's fine. It's just casual day off Captain America on a diet. He's getting a 5 out of 10. It's just too much, unfortunately. I'm sorry. It's super reflective. It just doesn't really look all that appealing at all. Remember that we have to play the game and fight robots with this. Probably had to pay for this outfit. I'm giving it a 2 out of 10. Oh, I remember this outfit. I think I spent not money, but I unlocked this with the currency, I think, because I liked it that much. And I actually really do like this outfit. This is one of those outfits that I could see myself playing in a mission, and I think I did play it in certain missions and it looked really cool. I just like the casual look, but still ready to get into action and go to work. Like, I feel like if he was wearing jeans instead of his Captain America pants, it would work maybe a little bit better because it looks like a casual outfit, but overall it looks really good. And and the color looks nice. Yeah, very, very solid overall. This one, I'm gonna give an 8 out of 10. I like it. I really do. This is probably like one of the only casual outfits that I would wear on Captain America, or frankly, any of the other characters, really. Like something like this, where it's casual, but believable at the same time. Top brass, it looks gross. I don't like it. It's getting a 3. See, now, why wasn't this his default look? It literally says classic Captain America, and this is in fact classic Captain America. The only thing that looks a little weird is the harness. It just looks a little flat. Like, I don't believe that it's not directly attached to his suit. Dude, why was this not just his default look? No one would be bitching about it. It looks like an actual Captain America suit instead of just a regular soldier suit. When you think of Captain America, I think of this, not the other shit that he had. And I also love, it's believable. Like, you can see the zipper, you can see the collar. On his gloves, you can see the harnesses, you can see where he has to actually clip it in, right? It looks believable. It looks good. It looks realistic. It looks like Captain America. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. This looks really good. Just the basics? Okay. So the only problem with this is that he looks skinny. Other than that, I really like this outfit. It's like the undershirt that he's wearing underneath the Captain America suit. And again, just the basics. I like the design of it. I like the... Holy fucking shit, this is just the Daredevil suit. Yeah, because of the lines, because of how basic it looks, the different textures on it. Yeah, holy shit, this is just the season 1 Daredevil suit. And it actually kind of works in that sense because he's skinny. If they had Daredevil, this would have been his suit. Oh my god, do I give it a higher score because of that? I might, actually. Fuck it, I'm giving it an 8. This one's gonna get an 8 out of 10. I surprisingly like it because of how basic it is and how much it just reminds me of a suit from a show that I really like. No. just no. I feel like this would be some really weird kid's mascot, which is ironic because Captain America is already a mascot. This one, I am giving a 2 out of 10. The Captain, it could be because it's just black, but I like it. I don't love it, but I like it. I'm gonna give this one a 6 out of 10. Man Out of Time. I don't really like this one as much for the recolor. It's dirty, and I like it for that purpose, but it just looks really basic. Without the shield, you couldn't really tell this is Captain America. It's gonna get a 3 out of 10. So this would technically be the default look instead of the other one that I was talking about, just because the gloves and the boots match. I like it slightly less than the other one because it also has that desaturated look, and that's really it. So this one, I would give maybe an 8 out of 10 because I still like it and everything that I said before still applies. It's just slightly desaturated and it doesn't pop out as much because of that and because the gloves are gray instead of red. Aerospace, this is Spaceman Captain America, and it's whatever. You know what I just realized, just kind of talking about, not this one, but like this suit with this suit with this suit, it's like they had a bunch of different ideas for how Captain America should look in this game, and they had to just choose one. So they chose what was debatably the worst option. But then all of the other suits that they had, like the suit concepts, they just made into alternate outfits. And this would be one of them, obviously, with the actual Captain America colors. Like 5 out of 10. Guardian, so this is a mega desaturated version of it. Yeah, that's all it is. It's just the desaturated version of the other ones, and I don't like it as much. It makes it look grittier. This is like Zack Snyder Captain America. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10, because everything else still applies. It's just my least favorite of all of the recolors for this. Red Room, not bad. I don't like the face paint, and I don't like the brown hair. I don't like the stripes in the middle. Everything else looks fine. So I'm gonna give this one a 5 out of 10. It's okay. It has room for improvement. Crash Test. It certainly does, but it's just a very light blue. I don't know. It's average again for this recolor anyways. I'm gonna give this one a 5. It's just average. Plated Protector. Don't like this recolor at all. We're gonna talk about the actual suit once I get to the official suit color, but this recolor, is just also not really doing it for me. It looks dark and gritty and desaturated. So I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 10. I'm really trying to think of what he looks like. He looks like the Leaper. Yeah, that's what this is. He's the Leaper right now, because the Leaper is this color, green and yellow. It's oh yeah, Hydra too. Yeah, or no, not Hydra, but the what was it? Isn't there like a Serpent Society thing, like a snake organization? Yeah. Oh, you know who else he reminds me of? So if you take away the weird material on his chest and his arms, it's Kick-Ass. Weird ass looking outfit, and that's actually the thing I don't like. I don't like the scales on it. That's like one of the biggest things I don't like about this outfit in particular. I don't like the scales. It's either you fully commit to the scales or you take the scales off, and I think in this case the scales should just come off. Like 5 out of 10. Bravely Walking. Oh, it's just a different recolor for this, but without the goggles. It's all right. I'll give it a 4. Dude, why are there no other costumes in the game like this? This is so creative, and no other costume in the game is like this. It is so weird that they did not do this again. This looks really cool. There was only one very big problem. He's too skinny. You can even see that his arms don't properly fit in the glove. Other than that, this is one of, if not the best suits in the game. But then you gotta remember the realistic textures and fighting robots. And actually, I would like to see this outfit in the cutscenes. Oh my god, it's such a breath of fresh air from all of the other shit that we were looking at in this game, and that's why I like it. But it clashes with the realistic graphics, which is kind of like a rule that I have with my other Spider-Man costumes that I was talking about. It's... I don't know, like, I would probably give this an 8 just for the fact that it's here. Maybe a 7. I feel like a 7 is more appropriate because it really could be a lot better. He could be more buff. And then again, it's like the cell shaded style with the realistic style. I just don't like how that clashes. So actually, yeah, I think that gives me my answer. Like a 7 out of 10, maybe even a 6. But I really, really, really like that it's here, and I wish that there were more costumes like this. Urban Eagle. Oh, so this is the Red Room outfit, but actually Captain America this time. Looks good for what it is. He's wearing a bulletproof vest. I like that it actually has his name. It looks really cool. This could be a Punisher outfit. They were totally planning on using Punisher at some point with this outfit. It's not that hard to make a Punisher outfit look good though. It's literally this. I appreciate it. 6 out of 10. Valiant Honor. Again, it's okay. There's no red on it, which is really weird. That's like the biggest thing. It's just blue and brown. 4 out of 10. Arctic Tiger. Again, smack the chest. Boom. Arctic mission. Although I feel like if he's in the Arctic, he should roll down his sleeves. That's like the only thing. Does Captain America get cold? 5 out of 10. Tussle. This is his ultimate outfit, is it not? You know, for like a different interpretation of the Captain America suit, I think this is fine. I've never really been a big fan of the exposed ears. I've just never really liked that look on him. I'm also not a fan of this type of helmet where it's like the half cowl. I feel like sometimes it can work, but the thing that's making it not work for me is the fact that his ears are sticking out. It's almost like if he pulled off a mask, the mask should match with the rest of the suit textures, and this one doesn't, and that's why it looks weird. And you can even see that point where it cuts off in the back. It's like he has to put a hood up, and then he has to put the cowl on top, and that's why it looks weird. The scales I like in the places that they're in. The rest of the suit is fine with all the lines and shit. And again, lines for the sake of lines, for the sake of making it look and feel a little bit different. This is fine. It's okay. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10 actually feels more appropriate. Yeah. Living Legend. This one pops out a little bit more, especially because of the red and the blue. Other than that, that's really, he just looks like a firefighter. 5 out of 10, same as the other ones. Boom. Desert Captain America. You know what he looks like? He looks like a fucking G.I. Joe character. He looks like Duke is what he looks like. 5 out of 10. I don't like it. And you had to pay for this outfit too. It just doesn't do it for me. I'm sorry. It's gonna get a 2. Night Howler. This one looks like generic soldier. I don't know what it is about this suit that's making me think this, but take away the shield, take away that little Rogers patch. This just looks like a generic NPC. It looks like somebody that I have actually seen in Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League as a member of Argus. That's what this looks like. This one is gonna get a 4 actually, just because why would you use this when you have other color variations in the game that just look better? Oh, so this is actually the ultimate suit. That's, yeah, just because of the way that the color looks. And actually, I like this one a lot more because there aren't so many different colors in so many different places. It's primarily blue with a hint of red, with some white, and then black lines to make it look different. So this one looks better. I will give this one a 6 out of 10. Too much red. The red is in the wrong spot. That's really the problem. A recolor for the sake of recoloring is what this one is. It's gonna get a 4 out of 10. The glory days. Take away the shield. Who is it? It's just some guy. Same thing as before. It's gonna get like a 4 out of 10. Just very basic. I like the other ones better though. Indomitable Spirit. The blue makes it look a little bit better. I'm not really a fan of the red stripes on the side. I don't know if that has a significant purpose other than it just being there, but it's like same score, like 4 out of 10. It's like the ultimate interpretation of the stealth suit. I feel like if the gray scaly parts matched with the blue, like it did with the other suit, it would look better. That's the only complaint that I have. I will give this a 5.5. I feel like it would be a 6 or even a 7 if the scales matched the blue on the rest of the suit. The new vintage. See, this is what I'm talking about here. This suit in this way works. Every other recolor that they had for this suit just looked bad. But this looks good because from his abdominals down, that's where they have the stripes. The blue is only on the scales on top and there's no other color. And then the rest of the suit is just regular Captain America shit. And it actually looks really good. I'm still not a fan of the ears poking out, but at least he still has the wings on top and it looks good still. This looks like a good suit. And again, it's like they designed this suit with the other Captain America suits and had to choose which one they wanted to be his default look. The color pops out a little bit more. I think the colors are in the right spot and it looks good. And you have the scales and the scales look good too. I'll give this one an 8. I really like this one a lot. Gladiator. Oh, so this would match the Night Iron Man and then the Night Black Panther. This is the other one, Gladiator Captain America. This looks really cool. I like what they did with his hair. They made his hair longer. They gave him a ponytail. It looks like he has a 5 o'clock shadow, which I don't think is on any of the other suits. I like the Gladiator look, but it also looks like Captain America, right? On the side, right, he has that for his shield, and then he has this for a little bit of extra protection, but also if he just wants to fucking whack someone with his forearm, he can do that. A very unique suit that I wish other characters had in that same sort of class. And actually, I just realized he has the Captain America logo, the star and the shield on his chest right here, and that goes into the belt that attaches to the shield. Yeah, that's really cool. Would I use this? No. Am I glad that it's here in this game and it actually looks different from all the other shit in here? Absolutely. So with that, it's gonna get a, what did I say? Like 7.5, how about that? Ultimate Patriot. I have a small story with this one. So when the game first came out, I saw all of the default suits that Captain America had, and I was like, all of these suits look like shit. Which one is the closest to looking like Captain America? Like MCU Captain America, traditional Captain America, whatever. And at the time, this was the only one. This was the very first outfit that I used my credits on to purchase. It's not perfect. It's at least what I kind of envision Captain America to be within the context of this game. And then after I did that, a couple months later, that's when they started adding the MCU outfits. That's when they started adding some of the other outfits that looked a little bit more like Captain America. So I used the credits on one of the Captain America outfits that were in the MCU, and I never touched this again. I really don't like this outfit. It just doesn't look that great. It's too muted. The black straps do a lot of disservice to it, especially where the white is. I don't know why all those random lines and buttons and shit are on there. It just looks really tacky and bad, and I don't like it anymore. It was fine for the time when this was the only real Captain America suit that was in the game, but now it just looks like shit compared to everything else, especially the MCU suits. This one, I'm gonna give a 5 out of 10. War Hero, I appreciate that the patches on the side are different. It's not a star, it's an eagle, and that looks cool. The rest of the suit is about the same. It's still gonna get a 5 out of 10, but this one feels more realistic in the jacket soldier-esque type of thing. Fighting Spirit, don't like the recolor. It's like they tried to make the stealth suit with this and it did not work. So this one is gonna get a 4 out of 10. Cap Wolf. I'm assuming that this is an Earth X reference. I wish that there were more suits like this in the game. It's weird that Cap and Black Panther are the only ones that have a suit like this. It uses that one Captain America suit that I was talking about that I liked. For what it is, it looks good. And again, if every other character had a suit like this, it would be awesome. I appreciate that the wolf is so buff. Parts of the fur are sticking out on random parts of the costume up top. Like on the back here too, you can see it a little bit too. The shield has claw marks on it and dirt in the middle. The whole suit is dirty in general, as if this wolf is just rolling around in the dirt because it's a wolf. I'd like it a little bit more if the suit was more damaged. Like, give us more wolf fur instead of just like the side over here and on the glove. If there was a little bit more on the pant legs, the toes are sticking out because the feet are too big. I don't know if I would use it, only because Black Panther's the only other character so far to have an outfit like this. I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10. Borderline 9.5. All right, so the MCU suits. So I'm gonna have to do this a little bit differently because he has an unhelmed version for every single one of his other outfits, I believe. And for the most part, I don't like the unhelmed version because it's just knockoff Chris Evans looking ass. It really takes me out of it. It really does. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rate the suits that have the helmet on him, and for everything else, just give it like a point or two lower, because it really is that distracting, at least to me anyways. And I'm actually gonna go in order. So this is first Avenger Captain America, the first MCU Captain America suit that was made in the 40s. I don't know if this would be a hot take or not. I've always liked this outfit. I've always appreciated this outfit for what it is, which is the Captain America suit in the 1940s and how it's represented in the films. He had the goofy, like, traditional Captain America look where it was just like a cloth suit, like the spandex shit, you know? But Cap was like, hey, I like this design, but let's make it practical. And that's exactly what they did here. My favorite thing about this suit is that he has the red strap coming from his hip up to his chest, and the strap is red. Like, that's been my favorite detail this entire time. I love that they have that little tiny detail to keep the stripe there, right? Like the military look style for this suit. As far as how he looks in the game, my only critique with that is that, again, he just looks a little too skinny for my taste. I think that he should be a bit buffer. I love the texture. I love the design. I love the gun holster, and the fact that he actually does have a gun here is really cool. Although the hand is kind of clipping into the gun holster a little bit, so that's a little bit strange. And even he's like, what the fuck? My hand clipped through the gun. That was weird. Something about the face is a little off too. I don't know if it's the helmet, how it's fitting onto his face. Something about this outfit is just a little bit off. But other than that, I've always liked this outfit, especially for what it is. And I think even the shield is the exact same as it is in the movie too. I am gonna give this one an 8 out of 10. Actually, now that I'm looking at it here, I feel like this suit is a little more desaturated than how it is in the MCU. At least from the pictures that I'm seeing on my phone right now, it just looks a little too desaturated. I'm literally pulling up the comparison right here. Yeah, this one's desaturated compared to the MCU one. That's unfortunate. So with that, actually, I'm gonna have to give it a 7. That sucks. Marvel Studios, The Avengers. He's too fucking skinny. What the hell, dude? Oh my God. Okay, so this suit, I think, was technically, when you think about it, the first Captain America suit for the MCU. This is the first attempt at a modern Captain America suit. For what it is, it's fine, but it just doesn't really hold up all that well today. And I think the main reason why is because of the cowl, because it has the same issue that I was talking about earlier, where the cowl itself is just like a half cowl that you put on your head. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of the season 5 Flash suit, where the season 5 Flash suit was very streamlined, very form-fitting, but the cowl looked so fucking stupid. And it's the same thing here. It's very streamlined. You have a couple of different lines in some places. It's like, you know, the way that the jacket's resting, it's trying to hide the fact that it's a jacket. And you can even see the zipper in the middle too. But yeah, it just doesn't really look as great. For what it is, it's a good first attempt. It's like they tried to make a comic accurate Captain America suit, and it just didn't really work out all too well. It didn't want to commit. That's actually a good way of phrasing it. Yeah. And like, yeah, he did look a little slim in the first Avengers movie, but it looks too slim. I'm gonna give this one the same grade. It's gonna get a 7 out of 10. Like maybe a 6. I'm actually gonna settle on that. It's gonna get a 6 out of 10. It almost looks a little better without the cowl. So I'll give this one a 6 out of 10 as well. The stealth suit from Captain America, the Winter Soldier. I feel like the colors on this one are also a little off. I feel like it's more desaturated and more gray rather than a dark blue. Yeah, that's really weird that they did that. So his ears stick out in this one. Actually looks good. I love this fit. I'm getting a hot toy of this someday. I'm just saying. But yeah, it's desaturated. That's like the main thing that's wrong with it from being screen accurate. The rest of the suit looks fire though. And I never noticed this, but I like how he has a flag patch on the side over here. Like, it's not on the side, but it's a part of the wings. He has a shield logo on the other side, which is part of the wings. It's really interesting, though, that the America patch isn't on his deltoid, but the shield patch is. That's a little odd. And then he has Rogers on his bicep. So when he flexes... or when he has someone in a chokehold, right? You get to see the man who fucking choked you out. That's cool. Actually, okay, so here's something that I don't think I understood. Why did his shield change colors? Like, how and why did they change colors? Like, I don't think they properly addressed that. So if anybody knows, let me know. I'm gonna have to give this one an 8. It's not screen accurate to the color, but other than that, it's a really fire suit. It's my favorite and is the one that I kind of use the most. Like, I would use this one more than some of his other ones. They made him a stealth shield. Oh, it's a different shield? I thought that the vibranium was super rare though, in that this was the only one on the planet. I thought that that was the point of the shield, that he was the only one that could have it. Because why the fuck doesn't everybody else have a Captain America shield? Why is there not some rare collector in the MCU that has a $1 million shield? Really quickly going over the unhelmed version. The unhelmed version actually has the different shield. Like, the unhelmed version still looks cool, but it's not Chris Evans' face. And this is kind of what I was talking about. So this looks like just Marvel's Avengers discount Chris Evans, right? Whereas when I look at this one, I feel like it's Chris Evans. Like, I feel like they kind of formed the face a little bit to make it feel more like Chris Evans. It just looks better. And that's why I said that. You know, I'll give this one a point less. It's like, or a half point less, so like 7.5. Is there a Civil War? No, there's not a Civil War outfit. That's weird. Because it is technically a different suit, but yeah, there's no Civil War outfit. That's crazy. The Infinity War suit. So, the beard looks weird, and not because it's this face with the beard itself just looks weird. It's like they didn't really try to make the beard textures. They just kind of splattered it. And technically, actually, I was like, oh, where's the Civil War suit? This is the Civil War suit, technically. And it's interesting because I actually like the Civil War suit. I dig it a lot, and it's a little unfortunate that the Civil War suit isn't here. I think this is accurate, though. This is desaturated because of how old it is, and it's been a couple years, and very smelly because he's just wearing this suit all the time. I appreciate the battle damage. You can actually see the armor plating underneath. Like, that looks really cool, or the Kevlar, I guess is what it would be. He has his sleeves rolled up. He's ready to kick some ass. It looks filthy. It looks really good. Again, I feel like the main thing is the face. The face kind of ruins it for me because the beard just doesn't really look that great. I'm sorry, it just doesn't. Like, I know that that's why this suit exists. The beard just doesn't look great. So I'm gonna give this one a, like a 6.5 or a 7 out of 10, actually. But it's very interesting that they don't have the Civil War suit. They don't have the Age of Ultron suit, but they have 2 Avengers Endgame suits. Did you have to pay for both of these suits separately? Because when you look at it right here, this is just the brighter suit, the darker suit. Bright, dark, bright, dark. It's like they took that saturation bar and just did this, and then they charged you an extra $15 for it. Anyways, let's talk about the Endgame suits. They're basically the same fucking suit. I don't like this one as much. I know I made that joke. I don't like the brighter color on this one. When I think of the Endgame suit, I don't think of this brighter color. I don't think of it. So this one, I am going to give like a 7 out of 10. And then this is the finale suit. And when I think of this suit, this is the one that I think of. This is actually the Hot Toys version too, because it's the darker colors. And I think it just works better. The darker, more depressing colors in the finale, I think it just works better. Again, it's not my favorite suit. I like the Civil War suit a lot more, but this one has the scales, right? It has the scales on the chest, the scales on the shoulders. I feel like that's one of the main things that it changes from the Civil War suit, because I feel like Age of Ultron, Civil War, like kind of, like they understood the Captain America suit. And after Age of Ultron, they were just making little changes here and there because they gotta sell toys, they gotta change the suit, you know how it is. But here it's just another change that they made of, oh, we gotta change the suit to sell more toys. What do? We add the scales, we change a couple of lines, we add a little bit of this, a little bit of that, big bang boom, here's another hot toy, give us another $400, please. And that's basically what this suit is. It's still good, it still looks nice, but it's personally just not my favorites, right? And I understand why people would say this is their favorite. It still looks good. And frankly, this is the suit that I use whenever I play as Captain America nowadays. This is the one that I use for the main missions, right? For special occasions, I'll use the stealth missions. But when I got access to this suit, when I was able to buy this suit with credits, I bought this suit with credits and I used it and I loved it. I'm gonna give this one like a 9 out of 10 still. I said all of that, I'm still giving it a 9 out of 10. Not 10 out of 10. I think Civil War for me would be a 10 out of 10 suit, but the Civil War suit isn't in here. And that is going to be every single suit that Captain America has in this game. So let me know what you think of Captain America's suit in the comments below. What are your favorites? What are your least favorites? And if you want to see more videos like this from me, you can check out the playlist right over here, leading to all of my other Marvel's Avengers videos. Thank you all again so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your evening, and I will see you next time.